Hello everyone and welcome to my next reaction to Classic Who. So, as I said at the end of my last reaction, it has been about 2 hours since I've seen the first 2 parts of this story, even though normally I would have recorded immediately after. But as I've told you, the power went out. And at this point, I am just really, fingers crossed that the power stays on and I'm able to get through this reaction without any more setbacks because, yeah, it's put a little bit of a wrench into my day, if you will. But regardless, I'm very excited to continue on in this story. Let's go.
Come on! I always knew exercise was bad for you.
I missed that the first time around. Sometimes it's good they rewind, you know?
I really think this could be the end.
I don't think so.
I know him. It's Broken Tooth. It's Balazar. Where are the robots? Please, don't pull it. Now.
Is he another guy that the other guy saved? You know what I mean?
It doesn't respond.
You must be. They said you've been culled.
I owe my life to Merlin.
I too.
Well, I hate to break up this, but I have to find the aerial to Dracula's black light converter.
It's gone.
Gone?
I blew it up.
What?
It'll put the L3 out of action.
More likely it's not a chain reaction. Blowing it up is about the worst thing you could have done.
Oh, well.
Black light system down now.
You'll all return to
Now you know.
Are these unpleasant scenes necessary to your case? I find primitive physical violence distressing.
So do I, Mom. Especially when I'm on the receiving end.
But the Doctor has a well-known predilection for violence.
That is a foul slur.
Do not interrupt, Doctor.
Occasionally I may have to resort to a
Please
modicum
be
of force
silent.
as a means
Doctor,
of
you will have
self-defense.
ample opportunity to put your case at a later point, but I would appreciate it if these brutal and repetitious scenes are reduced to a minimum.
My lady, it is certainly not my wish to cause you any unnecessary affront, but the accused's offences are such that a certain amount of graphic detail is unavoidable.
Very well. Continue.
Graphic detail. Okay. That guy's gonna get on my last nerve and I already know it.
You seem lost.
Not I. Although you seem to have mislaid your train route. Stealth is better achieved on foot. Especially when we hunt dark secrets.
Woo!
We hunted the Doctor. Him too.
I have urgent work for Balazar, but I cannot find him.
I will search for him at once. Where are you going? Continue your search for the Doctor.
Oh, damn. Damn. He's on to ya.
I did it!
I did it, I reactivated the robot.
I think you'll find that I did it.
I beg your pardon, I did it.
I did.
I did.
Silence! You drain my energy reserve with your constant infantile bickering.
Not to agree, but they're kind of exhausting.
So, my hospitality was not to your liking.
Just needed to step out for a breath of fresh air.
And who is this?
Honey.
How do you do? Now there has been a terrible mistake. I shouldn't be here at all.
Another star traveler?
In a manner of speaking.
Are you interested in the great totem of Haldrum?
She means the light converter.
Ah, yes indeed. Now how could you
Have
possibly
you
have known?
searched him for guns?
He has none. I've come to repair it.
Then you are very prompt. Considering your friends have only recently damaged it.
Oh, these are not my friends.
Blew it up.
With what? And your great totem is not.
Oh, Mary.
Then please explain.
Its function is to convert ultraviolet rays to black light.
Interesting, for I do not understand what you are saying.
The Immortal depends on black light to function. He is a robot.
Fascinating. Your friend just told me that it was a navigational beacon.
He lies.
A common complaint among star travelers.
I am not a liar!
How shall I know who speaks the truth? All I am certain of is that the gods are angered at your coming to our world. I shall read their wishes in the flames.
I was gonna say, she's gonna ask the fire, isn't she?
Remain where you are!
You have no quarrel with us. They destroyed your beacon.
You are a star traveler. Star traveling is forbidden by the gods. The underground dweller shall remain with our tribe.
Alright.
All that unpleasant green.
Well, that's a big mess.
Why was it not?
So it's in the last of this place.
Look, you've got to help us get out of here.
I dare not, Doctor.
The Queen will burn us in your place.
You're a scholarly philanthropist, are you?
Exactly the description, Doctor.
It goes around blowing up black light converters.
A small expediency if I am to endow a library on my home planet of Celostifus.
In the constellation of Andromeda.
You know of it?
What we don't know is the name of this planet.
You mean he hasn't told you? A man of your learning, Doctor? Tut tut. This is Earth, of course.
I said so, didn't I?
But it is in the wrong position.
That's why the lost expedition, mister.
What lost expedition?
Andromeda bunged off these robots in a relief
Don't
ship.
prattle, Dibber. All that was a long time ago.
The word Earth is mentioned many times by the great writer
Sir.
H.M. Stationary Office.
The last of him as well.
Shall I have to stand in front of me where I keep an eye on you?
Keep calm and stay still. How do you do? I am known as the Doctor.
Oh my! Oh my! Whoa!
Now's our chance.
Whoa! Is he unconscious? Oh my word!
Escaped! I told you to guard them! Get the guns!
Oh no! Oh no! Get the guns!
All this is irrelevant and hypothetical.
Background testimony.
What possible value does the farmyard here think there is in listening to some half-incapacitated robot and a couple of diminutive nitwits who might as well be robots?
You're allowing your disrespect to show again, Doctor.
Sheesh.
I'm sorry.
As prosecutor, the Valiard has the right to include any evidence he considers to be relevant, provided he can justify its inclusion.
Any record relating to persons not in my presence must be sheer conjecture.
This evidence is taken from the Matrix, a knowledge bank fed constantly by the experiences of all Time Lords wherever they may be.
I know that, but my whole point is that I'm not.
Not what?
Not part of the scenes being shown by the scrapyard here. Valiard, force of habit, I apologise.
Doctor, the experience of third parties can also be monitored and accessed if needed, as long as they are within the collection range of a TARDIS.
Wow.
But my TARDIS
And that's how we get Doctor Who.
And your TARDIS has been bugged without my knowledge.
Continue the evidence, Valiard.
And we're back. Oh no. The Doctor's doing great. Whoa! Don't shoot the Doctor.
Don't kill the Doctor!
If I have time, I'll compose the eulogy for his funeral.
Okay. All right, sir.
The Doctor is from Gallifrey. He has been sent to recover the secrets left by the sleepers. To do that, he has armed the outlaws. Therefore, his intention is to foment rebellion against my authority.
A lot of people are talking a lot about the Doctor's intentions. Oh my word. You didn't notice him?
Following me, like you. I'm looking for a lost man. What makes you think the Doctor and Balazar will be together? Events. Meaning? I don't think the Immortal's orders are always carried out, especially when it comes to culling. I always supervise the cullings myself. I know. Then what do you mean? I think you send people outside.
I think you know what he
By the
means.
fire. The Doctor is with Balazar, isn't he? Both of them have left the subways. Then why does the Immortal instruct us to search for them? I don't know, but I think we should talk about it. Unless you would prefer that I took my suspicion to the Immortal.
It's the Immortal dead at last.
The Immortal's
The eyebrow
reign
raise.
is ended.
Katrina! Now the Immortal is dead, how shall men live?
In the tribe of the free, we had no need of the Immortal. We shall live as we always live. Except now, the Immortal's secrets shall be ours.
Oh, they really think they got him.
They are ours for the taking.
The Immortal's castle.
Yes, Balazar. It is
Oh,
ours
no.
now. All the tools and metal. All the mysteries and treasures of our ancient forefathers. that we shall learn to use again. Do you not agree?
Aye.
Then let us attack!
Oh no. Oh no, I don't know. I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. I'm not sure that's gonna go great. Oh, Doctor!
I'll teach that two-faced harridan and her ignorant peasants to trifle with Sabalong Blitz.
But they've gone down the tunnel.
So, we'll blow them out through the roof. That is, if the robot doesn't get them first. Now cut along. There's a good lad.
Doctor! You're alive.
The way she said it.
Where are we?
I'm not Sarah Jane, I'm Perry.
Oh.
You're lying under...
Yes. Get this thing off me!
I've been trying to. They've gone to the tunnels.
Why?
From what I could hear, now they've killed the Immortal, she's planning a takeover.
But this isn't the Immortal, this is just... How long have they been gone? Better get after them.
Why?
They've got to be stopped. The situation's worse than you imagine.
Always is.
Yeah. Oh, look at her go, though. She is determined.
Now open it!
And it's not gonna go well for her.
You will lead the way.
I know a tunnel that passes Marp Station.
Oh, no.
And leads straight to the Immortal's castle.
Then forward!
Oh no, this guy can't die. He's got all the trivia about Canadian geese.
Yes, they're coming towards us.
Hunker, you have a gift for the obvious.
Surely they will not attack us.
That is their intention.
I do not
Can't
understand
tell.
the logic. We have not harmed them.
It is a rebellion.
What shall we do if they break in?
I shall kill them. Their guns will kill only you.
What if we die? Who will look after your research?
The doctor.
Uh-oh. I can't tell if I like those two or if I can't stand them.
What's wrong? We are lost.
Marp Station.
We have no need of indecision in the tribe of the free. Long we have waited for this moment. The Immortal is dead.
And now...
We shall plunder his castle.
Oh, sweetie.
Spoil. Which is the way?
This way!
Am I to be surrounded by fools? We go forward! Forward, I say! I have read it in the flames many times.
Okay.
We go! Forward!
Alright! Woohoo! Still gonna go terribly, but
That is not correct.
Clearly there is a
they've
mechanical
got
defect on
spirit.
Electronic map.
When I shut the black light system down, I'll shut Trafro down as well. I can hardly see him agreeing to that.
Well, what happens if he won't let you?
The black light system will implode and destroy everything in these tunnels.
Oh, great. So that's why we're going in, is it?
I can't let people die if there's a chance of saving them.
Oh, Doctor. Oh,
He's got the guns in. We was wrong about the doctor. He's bunked off.
He hasn't bunked off. He's gone down there.
What?
I saw as I came up, he had Perry with him.
I knew it all along. He's got no more interest in the scientific side of things than I have. Don't I look like a philanthropist?
Well, how do I know? I've never seen one.
A philanthropist, my son, is someone who gives away all their grotsits out of the simple goodness of their heart.
Oh, you mean they're stupid? Oh, yeah, you can do that.
They're not old.
I have to say, I really am enjoying the dialogue in this one. It's been making me chuckle.
Not at all, lad. Not when there are things to carry. Anyway, if we should run into the doctor again...
We should.
Not a bad idea, lad. But whatever you do, don't open your big parlour and let him know that we're after the stuff.
The remainder of that evidence has been excised, my lady.
Excised? Why?
By order of the High Council.
This is a judicial inquiry appointed by the High Council, but independently conducted. It is my duty, Valliard, to decide what evidence is relevant.
Of course, my lady. The High Council simply felt that certain areas of testimony should not be revealed.
Why not?
Against the public interest, my lady.
I cannot conduct a proper and searching inquiry without full access to the evidence.
Naturally, Inquisitor, their honours would be quite prepared to let you consider the full record in camera.
And I think that would be unfair to the defendant.
No, let the Valliard here continue. Give him enough rope to hang himself, eh?
As you wish. Proceed.
Okay. What are you up to, sir?
Murdine. Mr. Train?
The train is noisy. We hunt by foot.
What are you hunting?
You.
knew it was a fake out.
You betrayed.
No. We were not meant to live like this.
Oh!
We were not meant to.
I like this guy. I haven't known him long, but I like him.
Don't blame yourself, Marie.
I've known him all his life.
Oh.
I asked for him to join the guards.
I must get to his castle.
Kill you?
Not if he thinks I can still be of use to him.
That is true.
There isn't much time.
We should leave here, Hunter.
Where would we go?
I don't know, but Drathro says if we stay for this explosion, we shall all be killed. So, the Wild Ones, we're too late.
Okay.
They're iron, Katrika. I will not yield.
Then we will cut down the wall.
Wait! The door's open.
Oh, it's time for a showdown. And I don't know, girl.
Come! The Immortal is dead. We have nothing to fear.
Yeah, oh no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. No, no, no.
Can't be.
They just get out of it.
We are the tribe of the free.
You are vassals. Outside the law, outside the plan.
I am Katrika, queen of the...
No! Oh! Oh! Oh, that was gross. Oh, that was so gross.
Editing. My guards will track you down.
Oh my goodness. I knew that wasn't going to go well, but that was a lot.
Drathro says there's going to be an explosion. I know. It is a mechanical fault.
Electronic.
There is a constant external discharge from one pole to another.
Come along.
I didn't appear to be hurrying there, did I? But that deceptively easy gauge of mine covers the ground at amazing speed.
I did not interrupt the evidence to commend you on your athleticism, Doctor.
Oh. Well, you can if you like. All compliments are accepted.
May I remind you yet again that this...
It's a farce! A farrago of trumped-up charges!
You will have the opportunity in due course to rebut any or all of the Valiard's charges.
When is that opportunity coming?
Perhaps the mantle of Valiard was a mistake. I would therefore suggest that you change it for the garment of quite another sort of yard. That of the knacker's yard. For your argument is as tired and worn out as the poor unfortunate creatures that end up there.
You will apologize at once.
For telling the
What
truth.
is that?
The Doctor
Okay.
is well known for his childish outbursts.
I was a Ravelot trying to avert a catastrophe. The deaths of several hundred innocent people. Surely not even in the eyes of Timelords. Can that be deemed either immature or a crime?
The crime was in being there, Doctor. Your presence initiated the whole chain of events that we have witnessed.
Thank you, Valiard.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
May we continue? I tire of this empty banter.
Okay. All right. Getting annoyed a little bit.
What's happened? The Queen is dead.
Katrika, how?
The Immortal struck her down with a bolt of lightning.
Oh, where is he
Yeah,
now?
and it was
Powerful
gross.
is in his castle.
How do we find this castle?
Dibber, stop. I must rest. I am exhausted.
How do we know we're going to find all these secrets that you keep on about?
Would I have spent all the time, effort, not to mention a small fortune, if I wasn't certain on that point?
Yeah, but even if we
Sir, I honestly don't know.
The sleepers found a way into the biggest net of information in...
What is going on?
That question had formed in my mind, Valiard.
It's for your eyes and ears only, my lady.
Something else that is not in the public interest to reveal.
Exactly, my lady.
Oh, this is a charade.
Perhaps that is something I should decide, Valiard.
Of course, my lady. But my own instructions were to pursue only matters pertinent to the central issue.
That is accepted. However, I should like to see the last sequence again.
Yes.
The biggest net of information in the universe. Do you think they were nicking recipes for making chutney? Facts, my son. Figures, formulas, travelling faster than light, anti-gravity power, dimensional transference. Worth a fortune. How? Oh. We sell it, Dipper. A government here, a federation there. They're all in the market for that sort of high-tech cobblers. Don't think about it, Dipper. You'll give yourself a hernia.
Okay.
Immortal does not
Okay.
answer. Present yourself at my portals. Alone. Assemble my guards. Call all the organics who stand waiting outside my castle.
At once, Immortal.
You can't do it, Murdy. You can't kill all those innocent people.
Harry is right. You have seen the truth. It would be murder to kill them.
Neither can I free them.
Well, just leave them. We'll leave them for the present anyway.
Well, I need a computer to tell me that system is defunct. I must shut it down.
No, you will not shut it down. If the system is shut down, I too cease.
If it's allowed to run wild and need to...
Termination point.
Yes. Then you'll cease then, Drathro. And so will everything else around here. There are several hundred people here as well, Drathro.
The work units exist only to serve me. Without me, they would have no function.
You can't see beyond the end of your tin nose, can you?
Is that abuse?
You are only a robot. The people out there, the work units, the organics, whatever you choose to call them, they're living creatures, Drathro. They have a right to their lives.
Explain why.
In your terms, I can't.
Is your point that organics are of more value than robots?
Yes, if you want to look at it that way.
Then why should I be in command of organics if they are of greater value?
Without organics, there wouldn't be any robots. There'd be no one to create them.
Accepted. This shows that robots are more advanced, therefore
Oh,
more
goodness.
value.
And listen, a lot of you know about my love for droids, but...
Is there another way to the castle, Merdine?
Another way.
Oh, goodness.
Each day the Immortal sends out food to the work units. Perhaps that leads into the castle.
Merdine, you're a pal. Oh, you're both pals. Now show me.
Your trouble is, Drathro, you've no understanding is not the same as knowing, Drathro. Your work units are the result of millions of years of development. Life, Drathro.
I understand evolution.
If you could understand 1/10 of what life was about, you want me to save those people out there.
Why? I have said that without me they have no purpose.
Everything in life has its purpose, Drathro. The purpose of life is too big to be knowable. 1,000,000 computers couldn't solve that one.
This discussion is of no value. I do not wish the work units to continue.
It's of significant value.
You've controlled your pointless little empire for too long. Now you can't see anything beyond it.
Oh, Doctor.
Well, 5 rounds rapid should do the trick.
And what if the L3's still functioning? What if he's got an emergency backup support system?
There are a lot of what-ifs there, lad.
Yeah, but the most important of all is, what if I'm right?
Okay, true.
It's only a matter of minutes, Drathro. Can't I make you see sense?
It is finished.
It's not just this planet. Nobody knows where a black light explosion might end. There's never been one.
There will be soon.
Some people think it might cause a chain reaction which could roll on until all matter in the galaxy is exhausted.
Okay.
Is that what you want?
Intruders in the food production chamber. That was your intention, Doctor.
What?
To distract me.
So much about the Doctor's intentions. My goodness. Oh, no. Oh, no.
What's happening?
What are you gonna do? Get up, man! You got police
Oh! Oh. Oh, was that necessary? Was that necessary?
He needs black light to function, so he sees no reason why the rest of us should survive. That is roughly your narrow, egotistical little view, isn't it, Drathro?
Yeah.
Doomed. We have plenty of that, don't we, Dibber?
Do we?
On the ship, Dibber.
Oh, the black light. Yeah, we've got so much of that sometimes we can hardly see.
There is black light on your ship.
As my friend says, we can drop you back in the constellation of Andromeda. How about that?
It is possible.
And all the secrets, of course, you must bring them. I mean, they'll expect you to bring them.
How far from here is your ship?
Right outside, really. No distance at all. You two, over there. Well done.
Sorry, Doc. Heard what he said.
Don't be a fool!
Oh!
Slip
Those are the secrets?
the best I can do for you. Oh, that's it, is it? The secrets. My word, there should be a lot there. All microdots, no doubt.
I just like that he's holding it like a little suitcase. Cute.
Now what?
Get out of here, American!
What about you?
Get out, money taker! This, I only hope it's enough.
Yeah, well, me too. Oh. Ow. he looks fried.
Is it finished?
All finished. And the secret.
Hey! And what's that?
It's a piece of black light converter, Ariel. Pure silicon.
The hardest known metal in the galaxy.
And the most expensive. What's more, it's got to be a couple of tons of the stuff.
I'm way ahead of you, my son. What's more, we have a tasty little kitty for the next venture.
Fresh air. What a wonderful smell. Do you know, you're right. Absolutely wonderful.
And still the lobster held on. But a worse mess than I had. I'm Murdine and Perry safe. You can ask them for yourself.
Balazar.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't keep frightening me like this.
I told you to get out of here.
Please don't start. Too tired and too scared.
This seems to be the end, Doctor. As it is written in the books.
No, Balazar, for you, this is the beginning. Chapter 1, paragraph 1, as they say. Take your people up to the surface.
Yes. Perhaps at last we shall find the habitat of the Canadian goose.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Farewell, my loquacious friend. Right, let's get back to the TARDIS.
Well, it's the other way.
What is?
TARDIS.
Oh no, it's that way. Farewell. There are still one or two questions that have to be answered, like who moved this planet 2 light years off its original course, and what was in that box that Blitz and Dipper were so interested in?
Goodbye, old one. And thank you for your help.
Old one. Hey, that's cute.
I always knew there was an evil streak in you. Old one, indeed. Well, that's one up to me, I think. Can't be many people who can literally claim to have saved the entire universe. Well, that's all the muck you can rake up.
Sit down. Smugness does not become you, Doctor.
That is an irrelevant observation.
And it kind of does.
Look, I wish it put on record that my involvement in the affairs of that planet resulted in the freedom of Drathro's underground slaves.
That has been noted.
My presence there was most specifically requested.
You showed little reluctance in complying with the request.
Well, lives were at stake.
Lives were lost, and because of your meddling, Doctor.
I deny that.
Without your interference, it might have involved less sacrifice of human life.
That was a risk I had to take.
Risk. Risk. Hear how the Doctor condemns himself by his own words.
Gentlemen, may I suggest that for the time being you have said enough?
Said enough? Said enough! I have a great deal more to say. I wish to demonstrate...
You will have your turn when the Valiard has finished his presentation.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
Oh my goodness, how long is this?
Wake me when it's finished.
Finished? I barely started.
I only hope your evidence gets a little better.
Oh, yes, Doctor.
Oh, damn.
Much better. The most damning is still to come. And when I have finished, this court will demand your life.
Okay. Okay, I'm pretty excited about this. Alright, let's get into it. I will say, towards the end of this 4th episode, I was definitely getting a little, I guess, concerned or something because I was sort of like, okay, we kind of have 2 plot lines going on right now, the trial and everything going on kind of within the story. And we're running out of time. I'm pretty good at clocking, how long I've been watching something and when I am approaching an end of an episode or an end of a story here. And I was like, well, don't we have stuff to wrap up? Maybe? I feel like, and I was getting a little worried because I was like, well, this trial thing's gonna just, are we not gonna give it enough time to actually wrap itself up in a satisfying way? All of that. But I think we have a couple story arc on our hands. Maybe even a season-long arc on our hands. You guys know I love it. I certainly do. And I think the thing that I'm really intrigued, listen, certainly when I watch a lot of these court scenes, I'm going to probably look terribly annoyed. Okay, and I'm sure that none of you are really shocked by that. The doctor's annoyed. I'm annoyed. Perry, wherever she is probably annoyed, which, you know, again, still would like to know where she is. But I am very intrigued about, you know, what is actually going on specifically with this guy that seems to really have a chip on his shoulder. And I'm questioning some things about how he's presenting the case. Why is some stuff redacted? Is that going to come up in like the next story or a later story? You know, I'm very curious. And, you know, particularly about Glitz and Dibber, who I think kind of initially in this story sort of serves, or they still serve as kind of some comedic relief. They're very entertaining to watch. But then it kind of gets a little shifted there at the end. That's like, oh, wait. Why is, you know, their motives and kind of what they're saying in that conversation, why is that not included here? I'm very curious about that. And given everything that was sort of laid out within the trial so far in this story, I feel like that this could have some really interesting payoff later on, and I'm quite excited about that. As much as there's going to be a bit, I believe a bit of me sort of rolling my eyes at a lot of statements made during the trial, I'm quite intrigued by it. I'm excited about it. I love it. I love a continuous, you know, sort of plot line throughout various stories or a season, or, you know, and that doesn't happen that often in Classic Who's. So that got me pretty excited there at the end. Okay. Otherwise about this story, I really enjoyed it for various different reasons. One, I mentioned it, I really liked a lot of the dialogue. I was laughing out loud for a lot of the dialogue, the lines, even obviously I said, you know, Glitz and Dibber had quite a few really funny comebacks and remarks and all of that, but there was even, I mean, I feel like every character had, you know, their own kind of really wonderful lines throughout this story that I was really enjoying it. I was enjoying all of the characters, you know, whether or not I really agreed with them. I feel like the one guy saving people and getting them kind of up to the surface and all of that, he was probably the one like pretty good character here. There was also the lovely gentleman that knows a lot about Canadian geese and, you know, just lived for that. I hope he gets to see one day. Probably unlikely, but, you know, we'll see. Or, well, we probably won't, but I hope that. I truly, I hope for him that, you know, one day he'll see a goose. But I found it all really entertaining. Again, I feel like I said this possibly in my last post-episode thoughts. Maybe I didn't. I did record them twice because the power went out. But you know, again, it wasn't, I feel like this story wasn't the most like revolutionary in some regards, but it was a perfect example of who the Doctor is. And some really great moments with Six here, I think, that really showcases, you know, who he is as the Doctor, and, you know, being put on trial for it. I think that it's a really great way to kind of showcase, you know, the fact that he's not going to let people die if he can help it. And, you know, I feel like this story was really, really wonderfully put with, I believe, the start of this trial, because I feel like it really showed the Sixth Doctor really kind of all of the great things about the Doctor. You know, I loved the moments where he was trying to convince Drathro, you know, of why saving humanity is important and all of that. I really, truly loved so many moments with him in this. And obviously the Sixth Doctor had, I guess, a bit of a harsh introduction, but I've really enjoyed him as a Doctor. I think Colin is phenomenal at threading these really actual genuine and sentimental moments with, you know, witty dialogue and, you know, a little harshness in some of his comebacks and everything like that. I said this, I believe, in the last post-episode thoughts, I really liked his interactions with Perry in this story. And I'm really, really excited to continue on in this season, possibly even more so than normal. So I'm very, very excited to continue, and I think that's about it. Sorry, it's noise coming from outside. But yeah, I'm very, very excited to see where this season goes now. Hopefully it doesn't end in them, like, finding him guilty and then forcing a regeneration again. I don't want to do that again. Just saying. Just want to get that out there. All right. Anyway, if you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you are here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.